Stop stretching your hip flexors. They're not tight, they're weak. You need to strengthen them. More specifically, you need to strengthen your hip flexors while also maintaining a neutral spine. So one of the best stretches that people use for hip flexors is coming into a lunge position, and then they'll kind of lean forward like this and think they're stretching their hip flexor here. The problem is that if you just arch your back, you're not getting any stretch on your hip flexor, you're just stretching your back. So if you actually want to stretch your hip flexor, you have to keep your core tight and squeeze your glute to drive your hip forward, and that actually stretches the anterior hip. So see how much less far I can go as I actually activate my core and my glute to stretch the front of my hip? That's what you have to do to activate that muscle there. So as I lean forward and then I squeeze and I pull myself back. Then I lean forward and then I'm squeezing right here in the front of my hip to pull myself back. The whole time my core is braced and my back is not moving. That would be one way that we kind of work on strengthening that hip flexor. The other thing that we can do that's just like this, it's very dynamic, is coming into this lunge position. We hold on to something like a rack or a bench and we lift that front foot as an isometric. This forces us to contract this right hip flexor, but also stabilize on this left one. So we're able to come up and hold it, 5 to 10 seconds at a time, and repeating it 5 to 10 times because it's for endurance. Then you can switch legs, coming up here, picking up that front leg, working on that endurance piece. So this leg is really firing and this hip is firing. So it's a buy one, get one free exercise. A BOGO, buy one, get one free exercise there. Coming down. The next thing we can do is sitting down and actually working on getting our legs up off the ground while our core and our back stay nice and tight. So let me turn sideways and show you. So we really want our core and our back nice and straight as we lift our legs. Just doing this may be sufficiently challenging for you, and that's totally fine. If you're looking for something a little more spicy, you can put a target in front. You can try to work on getting your foot up and over that target, whether it's a block or a cone or a dumbbell or something. You can work on getting your foot up and over, but the key is to stay up nice and tall, flat back, because if I just curl my core and go like this, well, that does me no good. I have to be up nice and tall to work to really squeeze that foot up and over. Just do this like 5 times, you'll get a massive burn right here in your hips.